Hello, today is day 16th of Promptathon, and we are almost at the end of our AI habits building sessions, or are we? But let me tell you, today and tomorrow would be the last of Promptathon, and after that, right, I'll start publishing short nuggets on YouTube Shorts. That will be much more easier to follow, and it'll start help you building AI habits with unique use cases which you will not get anywhere else. That I can assure you. And if you have been following till day 15, welcome back. If not, I recommend that you go to the channel, start watching all the videos that have been loaded earlier so you have a stage wise learning approach. Great. Today, let me first give you a quick background of what a use case is, what a prompt is, and what an idea is. Now, we want to be very business specific in today's Connect. What are we going to talk about is first, I'll give you a view of how an idea takes a path of a prompt and how do we reach a use case which is our destination, right? This is what we will do. I'll give you a couple of examples. It will make it very easy. Say the first idea, let's talk about this as an example. Think of idea as a broad umbrella. The first idea that you have today is um, you want to leverage, you have a presentation, okay, but you don't know how to make a very punchy presentation, from those slides, right? You want to voice over, you want to talk, but you want to make it very impactful. What you can do is, your idea is to leverage AI to generate punchy speaker notes. What will be the prompt? You attach this presentation to Copilot, Gemini, ChatGPT, and ask, create inspiring speaker notes. The audience's senior leadership. Then what will happen? Then you will, if it works, then it becomes a use case. Suppose it worked, and the use case here is crisp 15 to 20 seconds attention gripping script that you can voice over with slides, which is not only saving time but also giving very hook based, punchy based, very very gripping speaker notes that you can leverage. So that's your number one. Number two, let's take idea number two, which is, say you are a project manager and every project has some learnings because they are unique in nature. You want to make sure as a project manager that the past lessons learned are not repeated in future. How can you do that? That's your idea. The prompt that you can use is, say, analyze these five project closing reports and highlight recurring legal, HR, technical, whatever risk that you have, right? You just whatever you want to focus. That's your prompt. If it gives you that result, then it becomes a use case. What is a use case here? Use Copilot for surface to surface lessons learned pattern across previous deals, across previous projects, and avoid repeat risks. So if it gives you old risks, if it tells you this is the production prediction, you are into, suppose, a chatbot implementation, or you are in a cloud migration, right? These were the mistakes that happened in the previous cloud migration, so now you should not do that. Then it becomes a use case. Let's take one more example. In this time, your idea is AI wants to explain or read a complex financial report. You are a chartered accountant, okay? So what you can do is, you can say, generate this one page financial summary of this company, say whichever company you have, and give me purchase price, revenue, impact, goodwill, and all that. By that prompt, a use case can be generated, which basically is Copilot can create, or a chat GPT Gemini can create clear, standardized reports about that company, which you can use for internal meetings and reviews. How cool is that? So we'll give you one more example. This is the most simple. People are using this across you with the leverage of Copilot. Again, this is all very business specific today. So many meetings day in and day out. Nobody wants to start sending meeting minutes. But if you don't send meeting minutes, what will happen is you will not be able to track those action items. It gets lost. The the ultimate benefit of a meeting is to bring those action items and start making people accountable. In this case, the idea is AI should take meeting notes and track action items. So the prompt that you can use here, see how different it is. What is the idea? Your action is the prompt, which is summarize this meeting and list all the action items with owners and deadlines. Now, what is the use case of this? The use case of this is use Copilot to auto generate meeting minutes, action logs, and saving time, improving follow up. So you see how an idea, we used a tool like a prompt and we brought it into a shape which is a use case. Now the theme has been umbrella all throughout. Now go to ChatGPT and tell me what are the 50 use cases for an umbrella. The number one use case is protecting from rain, two is from sun. What else can you do? Can you use it like a chandelier? Can you use it like a studio setting for lights? Probably something else that you want to do. So do that and find out different use cases of umbrella. You will be surprised. Let's dive in now. The main topic today, consulting, process consulting. What do big fours do? Do you know that? Do you know what are those big four companies? These big four companies, basically, they are consulting companies, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Deloitte, Ernst& and Young, KPMG. Whenever large companies like Tesla, okay, or say Microsoft, or say Kellogg's, or say Coca-Cola, all right, any of these large companies, they have a challenge, even government enterprise. They turn to these four big consulting companies. And what do these people, these consulting companies give? They have a beautiful approach. They kind of give a full consulting, they improve the process. They kind of take the process from an X position to a more efficient position. It could be either quality is improving or the efficiency is improving, the turnaround time of your business is improving. There could be various things that could be improving. Okay. Today is this is our focus now. There are many approaches. If you go to YouTube, if you go to Google, if you go to ChatGPT, there will be more than 50 different approaches. We will get confused. I'm using a very simple generic approach. This is a beautiful roadmap of a consulting style approach. Any of your process, any workflow that you have, if you follow this process, I have done over 30 implementations. So with that, I can talk with my experience that this works really great. You start with discovery. You initially explore that process. You will take the help of ChatGPT or Copilot or Gemini. I will train you on that right now after this. Then what you do is you ask ChatGPT to process map it, right? Visualize your current process. Then you break down your activity, your resources, your task that you do in that step. Then you ask ChatGPT to do a gap analysis, identify inefficiencies and opportunities. Then you go for opportunity identification, explore what are the improvements. Again, ChatGPT will help you or Copilot will help you. Then you go to the next step, which AI will again help you. Where are the use cases? You remember all the use cases we did? Where are the use cases where we can do that? Okay, where are the cases opportunities? Then we go to the next step where we are developing, some testing. We are testing it, we are trying to build some options there. Experiments, not all experiments will be successful. We'll repeat till we get that refined approach and we get that solution, right? And finally we do that integration where AI and human both on the workflows, on the teams, right? They started using this new use cases, right? Some could be prompts, but mostly it has to be use case. This is a beautiful consulting style approach. There's a lot of theory in this. So today I want you to pause, think, reflect on what an idea, what a prompt is, and how to take it to a use case, right? It's very important. Why? Because at our workplace, what we will try to do is tomorrow's session, I will train you on how to practically use Copilot or ChatGPT to mine use cases. That is why that whole background of use cases, idea, prompts, and all. How do we prompt a way to find our use cases in our processes, at our workflows, and it will be a fully practical exercise tomorrow. I'm going to promise it to keep it very short, very simple, very, very practical. You will be like in exclamation of wow, that how simple this could be and why I did not start this earlier. So tomorrow session, I can assure you that. So today's homework, try this, think about this consulting style approach, try to slap it on ChatGPT, ask about your process and do some homework. It'll be really helpful once reconnect tomorrow. And thank you for joining Promptathon.